Alright guys, Mike here. So, as you've been following along, I've been going over multiple videos on Musky Mike Fly's custom-made vegan rigs. Well, today, this fundamental thing I'm going to go over doesn't just apply to my vegan rigs, but all vegan rigs in general, regardless of manufacturers. It's very important to have the same distance in between the three teaser flies, and then we're going to talk about proper distance from the very last trailer fly, from the very last teaser fly to the larger trailer fly in the very back. So basically, here's how it goes. Rule number one, you want the length of the three teaser flies in between each other to be the exact same distance. So what's a good distance for that? Typically, I like a distance of 8 to 10 inches in between each one. So here's an example. Here's a 3346 blueback herring vegan rig right here. This rig right here is 2 years old, been used a lot in Lake Michigan, as well as out of Valdez, Alaska, for trolling for saltwater cohos through August and September. But there you go. So here, this is just a rough guess, but this is probably about maybe 8 inches in between each one. Now we're gonna take our nail knot right here. Get that. Now the distance, not quite the right one. So these look pretty good. We gotta fix this up a little bit because, again, rule number two, you want the distance from the last teaser fly to the larger trailer fly to be a little longer. This distance you want about between 11 to 14, 15 inches. So again, 11 to 15 inches. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna manipulate these down a little more. Pull these down. That's the nice thing about these nail knots, it doesn't damage the leader. So now, we're gonna look at this now here. Now that distance right here from the last teaser fly, trailer fly is a lot better. That's probably about maybe 11 inches, roughly in there. That's what you want. So if you look at it from the, going through, so here's 1, 2, 3, and there's that right there. Why is it important to have the proper length? It's not just for getting the right swimming performance. It's also to really get those aggressive foraging response we're trying to get from saltwater Chinooks or Great Lakes salmon in general. Because when those fish are honed in on that teaser fly, that large one in the back, that's the one they're focused on the most. But that's why it's important to have a good distance in between the three teaser flies, because again, the whole fundamental purpose of these vegan rigs is to simulate a school of pelagic baitfish. Again, it's mainly two species, Pacific herring in the Pacific Ocean, or in the Great Lakes, it's the alewife. And that's exactly what these vegan rigs do. And that's a nice advantage with these rigs are that if you're going through some dead space in the water column and there's not much bait activity around, this could be the magic ticket to producing a strike compared to a single individual item, such as one spoon, a crankbait, just one meat rig. This can be the single deadliest rig in your trolling box, regardless of which, being the marine environment or the fresh water in the Great Lakes. So, but again, that's the two things I wanted to hammer home with is the length. You want the length to be 8 to 10 inches in between each teaser fly. Then the distance from the last teaser fly to the larger trailer fly, about 11 to 14, 15 inches. This way you're gonna maximize the best results, get the best swimming performance out of this rig, and you're gonna maximize your catching efficiency with this rig. If you guys have any questions, feel free to send a message in the comments section of the YouTube video. This is Mike signing off.